Ready.
Bilang, bilang.
Nice na. Ready, 3, 2, 1.
So, what's up guys? So, it's me and welcome to my channel. So, today I'll be teaching you about the semiconductor diodes characteristics and a short introduction about myself. I am Jericho Brazo and I am currently studying Bachelor of Engineering Technology, major in Computer Engineering Technology at TUP Manila. So our professor on this said subject is Mrs. Mary Jane Concepcion. So today, come with me as we explore the behaviors or the characteristics of a diodes. We'll be measuring current, voltage, and its resistance. Alright, so stay tuned and let's go.
Now we will be measuring voltage. So first things first, right in front of me are the things I'll be using to perform this said task. So I have here my VOM or multimeter tester, my batteries, the 5-volt batteries. I used a power bank with improvised probes I made, and I have here as well the 9 volts battery. So here is my breadboard. So ito ang ginawa ko sa breadboard ko. I simply made a simple series circuit. And excuse me. So I have here the wires, the blue wires, solid wires for connection, and the components are rectifier diodes, LED, and the resistor. So let's perform. First, first things first, syempre, of course, we have to calibrate our VOM, our multitester. Make sure that the pointer is at 0. Okay? And here, since we will be measuring voltage, it's a must that we have to set it to 10. Okay? It's optional din, pwede naman 50, pwede 250, but for now, of course, dahil hindi naman ganun kataasan yung value natin, as we will set it to 10. Okay? So let's proceed, let's start. Zoom out ko muna ulit. Again. Okay, so I have here my power supply. The red is positive and the black is negative. Okay, there you have it. Umilaw siya. Means my connection. Okay? So first ay pinahanap sa atin dito ay yung LED. So LED, let's measure the LED. In LED, of course, we know na yung mahaba is the positive or also known as anode, and yung maikse is the negative or the cathode. So let's measure. Oops. Ayun, nakita niyo parang nagdikit yung ano. Ay din pala yung isa ko natutunan. Singit ko lang din. Kasi while performing, di ka talaga matututo kapag hindi ka nagkakamali. Like ako, di rin naman ako ganun ka ano pa. Like, hindi ka na mag-short tong power bank ko, and ito ata nga naglako na yung isa ko power bank kasi nagdikit tong dalawang probes dito, the positive and the negative. Medyo ingat-ingat tayo dun. So let's proceed. So it's a short ano, syempre of course we have to take safety first. Okay, so as you can see here, the measure is 1.8 volts. Okay, next is the cathode, the cathode tuloy, the diode. The diode measured 0.6 volts. Last is the resistor. The resistor measured 2.8 volts. Okay? So that's the forward bias. So now we will try the reverse bias. So theoretically speaking, reverse bias, this should land on this should land on infinity. Okay? So let's try it on LED. So as expected, there you can see it landed on infinity. Ganon din sa diode. Yeah, infinity. And sa resistor, infinity rin. And to get the total voltage of this three components. Simply, it's either sabi ni ma'am, pwede mong balik rin sa battery or yung sa probe na lang. So, dito sa akin, since naka-setup na yung aking probe, naka-setup na sa akin. So, ayusin ko na lang yung probe. Pero first, for advice muna, kukunin natin tong total na ito. So, let's see. So, it is said here, it's about 5.2 approximately. And try naman natin ang reverse. And as expected, it's infinity. Okay, so there you have it. Now we are done on the voltage. Let's proceed to resistance. Now we will be proceeding to resistance. So here right in front of me is only the VOM or the multimeter tester and the breadboard together with my components. So for this, we will no longer be using the power supply or the batteries. Okay, so first things first, as we should, we calibrate first our VOM or our multimeter tester. So to calibrate it, we simply make sure that the pointer is at infinity, and when we touch the two probes, it will land on 0. Okay, let's try. Okay, good as that. So if other cases or in other cases, when they touch the probes, it may land on 2 or 1. You can adjust it using this knob adjuster. So now that it's calibrated, we can now get a more accurate measurements. Okay, so as we can see here we are on ohms since we will be measuring resistance, right? So I used here ×1 for easy measurement or easy reading. Okay, so let's start. So for forward bias, let's start off with the LED. Okay, so let's start. Oops, tama na pala yung kanina. So we see here it measured 60 ohms. Alright, next is the rectifier diode. It measured approximately 11 ohms. Next is the resistor. I bought this on store, 1k ohms. I said 1k ohms, so it should be 1k here, or else thank goodness it's 1k ohms. Alright, so now we are done with the forward bias. Let's proceed to the reverse bias by simply reversing the polarity. Okay, and theoretically speaking, again, in reverse bias we should get a negative sorry, my bad, not negative. We should get at least infinity or 0 or no value at all. As you can see here, I am now touching the LED and we are not getting any value, which means it is infinity. Same goes with the rectifier diode as well. We are not getting any values. But in this case, since this resistor has no polarity, we should get at least a value. Okay, alright, yeah, we are getting value since again the resistor has no polarity. Alright, so let's get the total naman of this resistance, the resistance total or the R total. So madali lang siya kunin, dulo to dulo lang siya. Nakita ba siya sa video? As you see here, ang minimal lang ng tick niya. So let's try increasing our values here in VOM. So let's try 1k ohms. Let's try again. As you can see here, pumalo na siya. And it landed on 34. So since we used 1000 or times 1000 ohms, so we simply multiply it. Okay, so mathematically speaking, 34 times 1000 is equal to 34,000. Okay, in reverse bias naman, as expected, we are not getting any value. or infinity it is. Alright, we are now done with the resistance. Simple as that. Now, good day. So, final and last, we will measure now the current. Okay, so this setup is a bit different from the previous one. So, tanggalin ko muna to. So, here is my setup for finding the current. Ayan, para mas madali lang siya. Ayan, so balik na natin sa baba. Visible ba siya? Yep, I believe. So we have here again the 9 volts battery. So we put the positive battery onto this and the negative here. Okay, so first things first, be careful in measuring current. Dapat we make sure na it is open, or else the VOM or the multimeter fuse will okay. So next, let's kita ba sa camera? Tanggalin ko muna to. I'll be moving this, or I will create an open circuit. I'll make this open para hindi siya sumabog or pumutok. Okay? Ayan. So there you have it. It's not aligned, as you can see. It's not aligned anymore. Okay, so let's try to measure it. So on our VOM pala, multimeter tester natin is nakaset siya sa DCMA, good for current siya. So kapag ganito, usually we start off with 250 kasi depende rin sa kung may clicky na yung pop niya. Since na try ko naman ito kanina, kaya lalagay ko na siya sa 25. Okay, so let's start measuring. Positive probe is to positive battery, and the negative probe is to resistor rather. So there you have it. We got the value of 10. I mean, ilan to? Lang naman mental block ako. 15. So we got the value of 15. And since nasa 25 siya, so we have to divide it into 2. So 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. Alright. So we got the value of So let's try it in reverse naman para mabilis ang na lang pala. As expected, it's on infinity. And next is dito naman tayo sa rectifier diode natin. Balik na natin tong resistor natin. Kabit natin siya dito. And here naman, since rectifier diode naman ang ating susukatin, siya naman yung tatanggalin natin sa alignment. I-open din natin siya para hindi pumutok. Okay? There you have it. Yan. Minove ko lang siya ng 1 pin. Okay? All good. So, now, let's measure again. So, the negative is on the other leg of resistor, and the positive is on the positive of this rectifier diode. So let's try to measure. Oops, baliktad. And there you have it. We got the value of 15 as well. So 15 divided by 2 is equal to 7.5 again. So balik na ulit natin. Ay, ano pa pala natin, reverse pa natin. So i-reverse natin. And as expected, infinity siya. So next, ayusin natin ang alignment. Sukatin naman natin ang LED. So here in LED, paano nga ulit to? Tatanggalin naman natin tong, i-disalign naman natin tong positive probe na to. Okay. Tapos sa LED naman, dito siya dapat sa dito ba? Baliktad ng polarity. My bad. So, ganyan. Ayan. We got the value of 10, 15, 16, 17. So, 8.5. Since we got the value of 17. Okay. So, we now, let's get the total current. Alright. Total naman tayo. So, ang gagawin natin dito is tatanggalin natin tong ano na to, negative na to. So, let's take this negative battery. Dito natin siya sa negative probe. And ang ating positive, ang ating, wait. I'm having trouble holding this. Ayan. So, wait. Ayan. Ayan. Tapos itong positive natin, dito natin siya sa LED. Let's try. And there you have it. We got the value of 15 as well, divided into 2. We also got 7.5 for the total current. Okay, reverse lang natin. Babalik rin lang natin yung polarity. Dito naman yung positive sa negative neto. Tapos, pak! Infinity. So, there you have it for the current. It's just that, diba?